Hello guys, Prob2010 with you today, and today I'll be showing you how to use the layer masking inside of Photoshop. And if you don't know what layer masking is, then after this video you will no longer have to use your eraser because this will solve all of your problems. And when I first began Photoshop, I had problems with layer masking or masking in general. I couldn't figure out what it does and what it is, so I'm going to try to simplify this to you as best as possible so you can understand what's going on. So over here we have two layers. One is a square and the other one is a circle. And I'm gonna give you examples of what layer masking does with these two shapes. So first of all, to create a layer mask, you would do so by clicking on the layer where you want to create your layer mask, and you will click on the Create Layer Mask button. So add layer mask. Bam! And there you go, you got a layer mask, but it doesn't do anything because, as you can see, the layer mask is white. And what that means is if your layer mask, in layer masking, when you mask something, anything white means show and anything black means hide. And so now that this layer is, the square is above the circle, it's covering the circle pretty much all the way. Say we want to hide certain parts of the square so we can reveal the circle underneath. Now I know many of you are probably used to either grabbing a selection tool and just fully deleting that part of the shape, but with masking what it allows you to do is temporarily or non-destructively hide things that you don't want to be visible. Now I'm showing you an example with simple shapes, but if you're working on photographs or photography in general, masking is a must. So let's do it. Whenever as you can see, when we applied a layer mask to our square layer, we got a second icon here to the right. And what this icon is the layer mask itself. So this is where you're going to be coloring in either in black or white, black to hide and white to show. Now, if you want to make changes to your real layer, you would need to select the thumbnail, the layer thumbnail. So in this case, the shape, the square. So also another thing you should notice is that whenever you toggle between the layer thumbnail, look at your foreground colors. Now it's red and purple, and if we go to our masking, our mask layer, we can see that it's black and white, and these are the only colors we'll need to be using to get our desired effects. So having the layer mask selected, let's grab our brush. You can set your size and your hardness to whatever you want, including your opacity. So I'm going to set it to 100 right now, but I'm going to show you what lower opacity does a little later. Let's select our layer mask, brush, set it to 100% opacity right now, black, and let's go ahead and draw over our shape. And as you can see, us drawing over it, it looks like it erased it. But if we look at our thumbnail, that part of the shape is still there. However, on our mask layer, we can see that that region is colored in black. We can further do this by just, let's draw a line straight down the center here, and let's just, so I just want to demonstrate to you that if you look at your original layer here, your shape is still there, it's visible, you're not actually erasing, you're not destroying that part of the shape. But if you look at your layer mask, it's the black part is the areas that it's hiding, while the white parts of the mask are the visible areas. And so now let's say we want to move our shape around, and as you can see, if we move it around, the layer mask is of course attached to the layer, and it will simply move around with it. And so as you can see, like this is a much better way of getting rid of certain unwanted parts, especially if you're masking, or especially if you're like rotoscoping somebody out of a picture and you permanently deleting a certain part, you accidentally may delete too much and not realize it, and when you do, it'll probably be too late. So this is the best non-destructive way of dealing with things. And so now let's go back to our original layer. I want to show you something, so make sure you click on your thumbnail here and let's select a purple color. Now watch, if I'm gonna draw over, no, let's do black because it's more visible. So we have our original layer selected, we have a black color, and we're going to start drawing over this layer. As you can see, as I'm drawing over this layer, the parts that are masked out do not get affected. So, but right now take a look at our thumbnail. You can see it's fully black, and if there was no layer mask there, then it would appear all black as well. So let's go ahead and let me just undo that real quick. So now, say we want to get some of this square back. Make sure you have your layer mask selected. And now to undo the hiding, you would color it in white. And having it set at 100% opacity, we're just going to go over these areas and we can see that our picture gets reconstructed. There we go. And that's pretty much the basic concept of masking and layer masking in Photoshop. Another thing that you may want to consider is that you can mask with different opacities. So if we're gonna go ahead and hide something with a black color while having our layer mask selected, and instead of having 100% opacity where it completely erases the shape or hides the shape, let's set it to 50%. And now when we draw over it, you can see that there is certain transparency to that part of the mask, and we can see through it. We can see the borders of the back circle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. Hope it kind of gave you an idea what masking is about. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.